Good morning. Today is August the 27th, and I have this nice game for me to show you. This is an example of how simple pawns, the lowly piece of the chessboard, can attack the king successfully. Of course, it has support like bishops and rooks, but it's incredible that you can just send a bunch of pawns to oppose, for example, a queen and be successful. Take a look at this. Let's begin. That is certainly an interesting opening, and I totally do not know how to handle it. Of course, the computer says to just push it over there, and maybe that's a good thing. But like I said, I don't know how to handle it, so what can I say? And this is a risk, like when I'm castling here, when it's early in the game, move 8, that's a risk because it's possible that uh, they can basically just push the pawn over here and attack this position. So that's risky. Actually, I can move either here or here, depending on the situation. Right now, the pawn structure is this way, so I'm thinking maybe I should move the other way. But that's not a given. Next move. This is a little bit tricky because, maybe I should have taken it with the bishop, but I want to keep the bishop here for the eventual possibility of taking this pawn with the bishop, followed by the queen. Maybe that will work, maybe that won't work, but I don't know. We'll see. Next move. And well, I changed my mind immediately. So basically, I'm gonna take this knight which is defending this place right here, and then I'm gonna take it with that bishop and take it out basically. Next move. And this is actually unexpected because I kind of expected the knight to move someplace, make it safe, and then I'll pull the bishop safe. But it's not like that because it turns out there's a threat right there. So black actually just developed a rook without moving the rook. So that's something I miss. I should watch out for that in the future. Next move. And this pawn here, that's a danger because if you can take a look at this thing over here, all the squares are basically taken right there. So except this square right here. So, but otherwise, all the rest of the squares are taken. So the knight here is not in a safe position. And that's a castle. And you can see that there are plenty of pawns over here that I can just push forward over here. And hopefully take these two pawns out and leaving this one over here, uh, blocking the rook. So the rook cannot be involved in the defense. Another thing is the bishop is being blocked by this knight. So hopefully bishop doesn't do anything either. Next move. And it's dangerous right now because, like I said, the only square that knight can move safely is this square and it's being taken. So uh, that's basically trapping the knight. The same move to do that would be to move this pawn here and then have the knight take refuge there. Next move. And this is extremely provocative. Basically, it's attacking this square, believe it or not. So I'm trying to get rid of this pawn right here from the defense over there. So that's why I make that unsound move. That's done on purpose. So so the reason why this thing over here is giving me bad evaluation because the pawn can move here and take the knights. So that's why the evaluation is bad. Next move. And it's trying to defend that square, but by moving the pawn over here, that weakens the king's protection. Still, assuming, attack this, attack that, it's still block over here. So this represents a block. The pawn here represents a block, and the king is relatively safe at that point. And this is without recursion to the win. And do this, and that's the pawn storm. So pawn storms like just go forward and attack the square. Attack the square right here. Just attack it. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Defended twice. Attacker wins. Next move. And so I have successfully cleared out the pawns over here. This is of course a concern, maybe going here, but otherwise it's open right here. And then you can have, I can have basically these two pieces right there and attacking that king over there. So I don't know what the plan is yet, but it's very promising in this case. And as you can tell from the evaluation, I have good evaluation over there. So 4.5. So that's good evaluation. Next move. That's a mistake right there, because what it enables me to do is enables me to actually push the pawn by putting the rook under it, and suddenly it's just a straight line. So that's good for me. Next move. And that's also a mistake over here. The evaluation here says 7.2, but when I move here, it goes down to 6.5. So I don't know what's wrong with this thing over here. Uh, Maybe I should set the computer to move. See, maybe there's a better move. But really, I don't need a better move. This is good enough for me. So, next move. That was a surprise. I was actually expecting the pawn to take that pawn over there. And then either here, or more likely, bishop takes pawn attacking the queen and with potential discomfort check really. So that was a surprise. Although it is a good thing because pawn takes pawns, bishop takes pawn. Where are you going to go? Cannot really go anywhere over here. So maybe here or maybe here. And check here. Suddenly the king cannot go there, cannot go here. And of course you don't want to block with the queen. So check there. And you can go there and go check there. And of course maybe the rook can block over there, but that's the only thing. The king cannot go anything, go anywhere because there's a rook blocking the way. So the only thing black can do is block with the rook and then mate. So that's why it doesn't happen that way. But it happens this way. Now I can push this thing over here, but I really want the queen to move somewhere, so I'll put this thing right here, right? Uh, and look at the arrow there. The arrow basically says queen to go here. But then, what you gonna do? Right here. Right here. And there you go. Like, what you gonna do? You cannot do anything. Hmm. I can go here, maybe. And then good. Then the king will move there. And then right there is a potential move. So check there. Check there. Well, you don't want. I don't want to do that because if the king moves right there, bishop's gonna take it. So, but you can see the points. Like I have, good pieces, and I mean, like attacking over there. So I would win. Like that. So I'm up queen against a rook. So anyway, over here, but the queen didn't go to there to the corner. It went here, and that's checkmate right here. Basically mate in 7, and then this one, and then this means 6. The computer I think goes here and to block there, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Because let's say if queen dash goes here, I can go there, and well, the queen will. What do you want to do? queen cannot take that one because queen takes, that's mate. So queen cannot take that over there. That's mate. Cannot take that either. So that's deadly. The king can go there. Check. If king goes back there, that's mate. So king goes here, right there. And easy enough to go here. And pawn cannot take that, so king goes here. Check. Check. Where you going to go? Right here. And mate. And no, that's not mate. This one. Almost. And that's mate. So either way, you cannot do it basically. Once that queen move here, that's mate in 7. Cause I did take me more than 7 move, but that's the way it goes. So there we go. And that's the game. So you can see how this pawn storm right here basically is able to take out all this thing over here. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.